I just want to run you this clip of what he said. This is just before the country gave its verdict on Brexit, and he was speaking at the Oxford Union. He was debating with Nigel Farage. It was back in December 2015, before we got to the referendum.
Sure.
But what would happen if we had one? This is Mr. Clegg.
There will be some voices, and I hope it won't be Nigel or Sir William, because I think this is a fate that shouldn't befall them. They're decent characters. There will be some people. There will be some people who, like those Japanese soldiers who continued fighting the last war because no one had told them it had ended in some Pacific island, who will carry on arguing and arguing and arguing. The rest of us will just move on and carry on with the rest of our lives.
Now, that was Mr. Clegg talking about the die-hard leavers that wouldn't accept the result of the referendum. I put it to you that this country, having voted to leave, in your view, is about to elect a government with a landslide, with a mandate to push ahead with the Brexit negotiations. It's the Liberal Democrats who are now the Japanese soldiers in the jungle. You don't realise the war's over and you lost.
No, I don't think we are the Japanese soldiers. I've been called many things in the past. This is a novelty for me, and I don't think
what bit of it's wrong? You're in denial.
But we're not at all in denial. We're saying to people, you decided you wanted to go down this path. And we're saying, when you know where the path's leading, so certainly didn't know where it was leading last year, you know where the path's leading, you then decide whether you agree that that's the path down which you want to go.
But Mrs. May, I mean, she obviously can't go into all the details because the negotiations haven't even started, but she is essentially fighting this election on the Lancaster House speech. And in that, she's made it clear we cannot remain as members of the single market. We will not remain members of the customs union. We will not be subject to the jurisdiction of the ECJ. We will attempt to negotiate as wide as possible a free trade deal as is possible, with all these other commitments about taking back control as she sees it. We know the broad outlines of what she's going to attempt to achieve.